Hey, y'all. Hey. That weather changing up, y'all. It's switching up in y'all area. It's getting cold, y'all. So I had to get me some soup. Give me some soup real quick. I got on the I have on a thinner jacket, but then my big coat is right over here in the seat right beside me. I'm trying to see where my charger is. I think I got one. I'm leaning over trying to get some, y'all. I'm looking for charger. Let me get this charger connected. See the other one. soup, y'all. It's getting cold. Good evening. Hope everybody's doing well. Listen, y'all. I mean soup because why? It's getting cold in Georgia. Hope you all are doing well. Have you noticed the weather is changing in your area? I had it helpful. Join our community here. I'm just eating soup right now. Wow. It's going to be getting in the 50s in Georgia. As a matter of fact, right now, the vehicle says it's 58 degrees outside. And it's going to get colder too, y'all. Good evening, everybody. Right. It's going to get colder. And so I just wanted to come on and say, again, with all the distraction regarding the election result, who Trump is picking for this position, that position, don't forget that there's some things happening on a level, okay, that may affect you in your area. That's good. Yeah, I'm putting out winter clothes. Sock on it. Got to be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So did Georgia. I know Pennsylvania is a battleground state. Just is Georgia. Back in 2020, Georgia actually flipped blue. And now in the 2024 election, it flipped. Yeah, y'all don't get caught up with all this distraction with what's happening with Trump. He gonna put his people in there. I've seen a lot of talks about, I'm gonna make a separate video on this, about his plans for immigration. Specifically deportation. And I'm gonna make a video and break some things down. But a lot of people are very upset about that. There are even some state officials who are already coming out saying, hey, they're going to comply with whatever Trump and his administration are trying to do as it relates to deporting people who did not come to the country. I'm going to make a separate video about that. And I saw where he said he might have to. And that's where some of the states were saying, hey, you know, they got to do what they got to do to protect their people. But I feel like that itself is going to be a showdown between those that want to see it enforced and do not want to comply. This soup was very watery. Don't really have any, like, look at this, y'all, look. See how runny that is? Good evening, everyone, for those hopping on. Had to go ahead and turn it up real quick. Hold on, let me dump these crumbs. Look how the wind blowing, y'all. Look at this, look. Y'all might can't really tell, but that wind is blowing outside, y'all. Look, 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 look. Hold on, let me hold this bag. Look. I don't know if y'all can really tell. You might can't really tell it. See how the wind blowing? Look. Excuse me. The wind is blowing outside. Also thing, y'all, please make sure you stay aware of your surroundings at all times, no matter where you are. I'm in a well-lit, right outside of a restaurant. Make sure you stay aware of your surroundings. Day or night, no matter where you are. Anything else happening that we need to talk about, y'all? What's going on with our current administration authorizing all of these I just call it equipment, but y'all know what I'm talking about. What's up with the current administration authorizing all of this equipment to help Ukraine? And the question I have is, are we moving closer to war? Do y'all see, have y'all seen what has been going on recently? And for some reason, it doesn't seem like it's headline news when it should be. So, you know, a lot of people may be wondering, okay, where is President Biden? It seems like he is busy using his last, few weeks, months in office, helping the people of Ukraine by way of issuing military equipment, things of that nature to assist them in their fight with Russia. So, I didn't know Britain was sending things too. So they're sending things where? Over to Ukraine. So think about that, y'all. All these countries now. I ain't gonna say these countries. I'm really talking about the United States. coming together. Wow. So somebody else, another country, is also sending. They're also sending their how did they get involved, I wonder? How did I'm talking, listen, I'm asking about another country. How did our country, America, get involved? I think I got this heat on. A little bit too high. It started to get warm. So, you know, again, I can't even really put a dollar amount on it anymore, right? It's so much so much money has just has so much money has been allocated towards helping the people of Ukraine. But imagine if that same money was used here in the United States. I've spoken about this before on the channel, and now I'm starting to see more people even talk about it in community groups, y'all. Okay, do you all realize, tell me if this is the case in your local area. Are you all seeing and realizing that it seems like there are more and more people living on the side of the street, homeless, on the side of the street, near vacant buildings? So much so that they're, in my particular area, right, they're actually having to tear down some areas to prevent groups of people from gathering their living. Yeah, they do make money from war. People don't realize that, right? As a matter of fact, let me quote Tupac when he said they got money for can't feed the poor. Tupac Shakur, okay? But that's real, y'all. That's a real thing. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that seem to be in need. A lot of people that are doing without, doing with, you know, what they have, whether even if that's just a little bit. But yeah, it really make you wonder, like, why are things the way that they are as it pertains to that? So another thing I mentioned, y'all, and I'll share it again. Oh, after this earlier. Another thing I mentioned, the holidays are right around the corner. What, next week? For those who celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday, please keep in mind, okay? Food prices, gas prices, okay? They know that people are going to be going to the stores, buying, you know, some of your traditional or everyday food items. They know people are going to be traveling, whether they're going to see family in their area or traveling out of, okay? Look at gas prices. Pay attention to food prices. Pay attention to gas prices. Anything else going on, y'all, that we need to talk about? One other thing I want to say as it relates to our politics. You know, a lot of people, some people may feel like that with the new incoming administration, they're going to save the world out of problems, okay? I want to say, hey, you know, there are a lot of people that, number one, want him to be reelected, didn't vote for him. They're not happy that he has been reelected to be our next leader, and they're going to try to stop, okay, some of the things, for example, as it relates to how he wants to handle immigration policy. There are people that are going to come against him and try to stop him, okay? Whether that's our members of the House of Representatives or our, you know, our congressmen and women, you know, and who knows who else, right? So what I'm telling you is, okay, again, can we really directly control any of that? No, we cannot. Focus on things that you can control, okay? I was actually in my vehicle today, driving, and all of a sudden, you know when you hear the emergency alert sound come on, it's like a little, it makes a little sound. It's a very distinct sound, so you would know if it's like an alert. I'm just riding my car, and I haven't remembered the last time I even heard that sound, right? And I'm just like, okay, like, wait a minute, like, what's going on? Like, what they about to tell us? We're just saying it was a test. But my question is, a test for what? What are they testing for? Is there something that they anticipate is coming? Do they think something is going to happen? So what I'm telling you is, okay, the politicians, the world leaders, the people who have gathered together to say, hey, we're going to come together and try to influence what people in other countries are doing around the world. These groups that are meeting with, like, for example, the World Economic Forum, other groups that are meeting, people that have not necessarily been elected, but they just somehow put themselves in a position of power to where they can try to influence, make decisions that affect the world, right? You know, these people are going to, they have their agenda. They're going to push whatever it is that they want to push. Again, can we directly control any of that? No, we cannot. Focus on what you can control. You may say, okay, Andrea, what can I control? You can control what's going on to a certain extent in your local community, your household, for sure. You can control as far as having emergency food supply, survival needs. I'm telling y'all, you know, I'm starting to see and get more and more information, y'all, saying that our current administration is putting us more closer to what it seems like a war. Okay, what would that look like for us here in America? What would that look like? What would be some things that we would need to have in order to get through that time? Okay, someone shared in the chat earlier, that, you know, money is made off of wars. Why would they want to start a war now is the question. Why now? You know, that can be left up to your own interpretation, your own thoughts on that. But again, focus on, do you have, if you just think about it, y'all, if you had to stay in your house, think about what people went through during the pandemic. If you were somehow forced in your home, whether it was due to some type of national emergency, public health crisis, martial law, hello, okay, I need y'all to look up martial law, right? Stock up on your emergency food supply, your survival needs, your medical needs. Okay, I'm even seeing, as a part of, you know, different community groups, people are complaining. Okay, people are complaining that when they call 911 for help, sometimes they don't come. Sometimes it may take them several hours to report to the scene of whatever is going on. You know, situations are, you know, a priority, I would assume, but I'm starting to see more and more people complain about our first responders. Now, whether that's due to shortages in their departments, strained resources, okay, they're having to respond to more incidents. Now, that's true in some cases. I'm also seeing where I went for a doctor's visit recently, and the wait times were longer. I'm even seeing, again, this is all a part of being in local community groups. So even if I'm not going to these places myself, I'm still hearing from people and their experiences, right? Hearing from real people and their experiences. People are saying that even in the emergency room, the wait time could be hours. Again, places like that, y'all, someone come in with a life-threatening condition or something like that, they're, of course, they're going to try to attend to those people first. But people are having to wait longer in the emergency room. So what I'm saying is, make sure, okay, if you choose to do so, if you choose to prepare in this way, not saying anything will happen, okay, we pray protection and healing from all of these things. But, you know, it may be a good idea to have first aid at home, first aid kits, and they make different first aid kits depending on whether if you just want a basic kit or one that's more advanced, kind of like ambulance grade, okay, hospital grade medical kits. They have different, you can do your research on it, but they have different types of first aid kits that you can purchase. Some of them have much more items and advanced equipment than some of your more basic ones. Having water, okay, having emergency water, having backup water. Even at my home, y'all, today, okay, the power went out within an hour, like 2 or 3 different times. It stayed off maybe just a minute or two, and it came back on just out the blue. And you know, these things are happening. Power outages are still happening. Let me remind you, okay, we talked about what was it 2-3 years ago, y'all? Maybe 3 years ago, okay? And I think this was kind of maybe within the first year of me having my YouTube channel. I was talking to you all about what happened in this, okay? You all remember the great ice storm that hit Texas. You know, people were without power for an extended period of time, okay? All right, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in, okay? Make sure you catch the replay of the video. It'll be available as soon as the live is over, okay? Thank you so much for your support. But, you know, in times of when the, you know, the weather is changing, ice storms and things like that, that increases the likelihood, especially in cold weather, right, of power outages, okay? You have, especially when there was rain. Now here in my Georgia, okay, we just had some rain recently, and now all of a sudden the temperature is dropping in the 50s, 40s, and in the 30s, right, through the weekend. So now through the weekend, it's really starting to change this afternoon, this evening, and over into the night. But the weather is changing significantly, okay? So again, make sure you have warm weather clothing, warm clothing, socks, sufficient shoes. Some people wear like thermals or undergarments to help keep them warm. Make sure you have thick enough coats. Now I have on this kind of thin jacket. I'm actually layering, okay? I have this jacket with a hood. I have this other jacket, big coat, like a big bubble coat over here beside me, okay? If you have children, with small children, you know, young children, please keep them bundled up as well. Pets, okay? You want to see about your pets as well. Make sure you have a, you know, warm place for them. But these are the things that sometimes we forget about, but that we still have to remember, okay? A lot of time we think about, oh my goodness, something happened on a big national or global level. We forget about, okay, what's going on right now in our own community? What does the weather report say? Okay, I knew, and I was sharing this with people who had no idea that the weather was about to change. And so how did that benefit me? Knowing ahead of time, I was able to get ahead and prepare, okay? Also having and you know, depending on where you are, some people are in areas or in states where the weather is extremely cold, okay? There are parts of the United States, believe it or not, where they were already experiencing cold weather, even much colder weather, okay? Maybe down even into the teens. So depending on where you live, what I'm saying is this, y'all, depending on where you live, your preparation for cold weather, okay, may look very different than, for example, someone in Chicago, Illinois, right, where I hear it's extremely cold. I've never been to Chicago, but I'm pretty sure when they're preparing for cold weather, it's much different than, say, for me here in Georgia. So any questions, any comments? Good evening to everyone who's in the live stream. I appreciate you all. If you're tuning in for the first time, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I also want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our community. We're almost at 1,400 subscribers, okay? Wow. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the support that you all give to me on the channel on a weekly basis, and I'm just very grateful for that. So again, y'all, focus on what you can control. Don't go crazy thinking about, oh goodness, what if this happened, what if that happened, we cannot predict what's going to happen, right? But what we can do is we can take steps to prepare, okay? Any questions or comments, y'all? Any questions, comments? Trying to see what's on the radio. Right over here, y'all, I'm passing by a gas station. Gas is $2.96 a gallon. And that's for regular. What are y'all paying for gas in your area? Just jamming as I ride along, y'all. Y'all, so I just really wanted to come on and just give y'all a couple of reminders, say hello to you, and to thank you for your support. If no one has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the live, and I will see you all in the next video, okay? Take care. Stay tuned to the community tab. You don't go live or upload new content. I try to post something on the community tab for you all to see daily, okay? All right, thank you so much for your support. Bless, take care. Please subscribe to the channel, join our community, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night, y'all.